Hello Sagittarius, I am Ulrich, I am a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do your financial card reading for the month of April. These are more philosophical card readings. They are good guides how to save money, how to adjust certain spendings if you have certain negative habits in your life, how you spend money, maybe overconsumption, maybe a change of habits. These are all things that are advised as us or advices that you get in these cards. Anyway, Sagittarius, we just see where it leads for your sign for the month of April. So we just go with it. So Sagittarius, here I go for your financial card reading for the month of April. Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your financial card reading for the month of April. As your first card here, we see the card of financial education. What does this card tells us? Well, it tells us probably that because we have two cards for children here, probably here we see that we need to learn ourselves more about money, or we need to educate ourselves, our children, more about money, because we have the children here two times. And the card that this card asks you if you ever talk to your children about money or about financial matters. If not so, this card asks you that to make some changes in that. Probably also in your area, the money don't fall from the trees here. And you can actually see very easy if your children are financially mature or educated. For instance, you're in the mall and they come with something up to you, like a gadget or some toy or whatever it is. And you say, no, it don't fit in the budget. Now it's not the right time. And then you get the answer, but why not? Your wallet is full of credit cards. This is what this card is about. This is that it means that there is something wrong here with the education of the children on the financial front. It means that you probably need to make some adjustments here. Also, we need to realize that it's utopian that they would survive in this hyper-consuming society if you yourself don't turn them into knowledgeable consumers. So here this card tells you to talk to your children about money. If there are certain taboos, break the taboos, inform them, make them aware of healthy practices related to money. By teaching them the workings of money and give them a good foundation, you will greatly help them for their future. The next card that we are seeing here, maybe it's related to the children. Children sometimes put social pressure on us because they have their schoolmates, their school friends here, and sometimes we get social pressure on upon. We also ourselves, we have social pressure. We constantly compare ourselves to our peers. We live in a community, and this community, it determines our place in relationship to others. But as we saw earlier, we live in a society of overconsumption. And maybe you think sometimes, how do my friends, neighbors, friends, close friends, relatives get around with this? How do we do this? How do they make these payments? They have luxurious cars, they're wearing nice designer clothes, they have the latest shoe, the latest fashion, the latest handbags, and you, for your part, sometimes you struggle through difficulties at the end of the month. And how do these people manage that, you think to yourself? But this card tells you not to compare your financial situation to people around you. We make choices every day, and you're the only one responsible for those choices. So don't let this financial appearance fool you. This is what this card is. This is a card that is very realistic, and it wants you to keep your feet on the ground. Use your money wisely, as you did in the past here, and especially if it's about large amounts of money, you need to make certain investments. Don't let yourself influence yourself. For instance, if you need to buy a car or whatever, something big that has a big strain or stress on your budget, don't be influenced by your neighbor, for instance, because they buy an expensive car. Instead, just buy what you want, and even you can make some adjustments. If you have a certain car in your mind, a budget-friendly car or whatever it is, if you have a certain brand and you want to make discount on that, there's a lot of dealers now, there's a lot of cards on the market during these economical conditions. And sometimes even if you buy a young second-hand car straight from the dealers, you get the full warranty. So some cars give 3 years warranty, and the cars have a low mileage, and even you have the full warranty. But of course you will save a lot of money because the car is slightly used. So here we are urged to use our money wisely. Also in our daily purchases, we can do those things here. For instance, you can check out what are the cheapest stores. This is what this car is about. It doesn't mean that you need to change the quality of your products or you need to change the brands, but you can, for instance, check out if there certain stores are not cheaper. And I'm sure around you there is a lot of price difference also in the area where you live. Anyway, you can also apply the same on, for instance, if you need to buy a new microwave, instead of going to the supermarket or going to some electro business, you can check out online, because there's a lot of stuff online these days. Sometimes new articles like microwaves, they're still in the original packing. Sometimes even with the warranty, they have never been opened because the people don't like the article that they bought, they change their mind or whatever it is here. You can save a lot of money. This is a smart card here, and it tells you to be smart. We should here think about ourselves, because it's not because things look good out on the outside for our neighbors, for our relatives, for our peers, that it's always so. So here this card tells you live according to your own needs and your own abilities and your own personal accomplishments. These things are ultimately much more worth than an expensive car, clothes. So don't bend from social pressure from your children. Also, if they give you social pressure, for instance, for gadgets here, don't bend also for that, because this is what this card is about. Also, don't bend for social pressure also from the groups or your friends here or relatives. The next card that we see here is the card of our children. What does this card tell us? Well, it tells us that children are, of course, a very beautiful wealth, but also we are aware that they are very expensive, if I may put it like this. You know very well, and you're very aware that the apple of your eye, it costs you dearly. And as with any budget item, if I may categorize them like that, there are expensive, essential expenses for them. And on the other side, as we saw earlier, less essential expenses. This is a lot about saving money here for this sign here that we are seeing here, and here we see that it's also about social pressure here. We should be aware not to follow the flow of other parents, the trends of the moment. This card tells you not to do so. This card tells you to establish your priorities according to your own values. The same as this card reading is very close. The cards are very close to each other. They always cover the same topics here. Do your own thing and don't be influenced by the tears of your children. We already know if children don't get what they want, they're easy to cry. Also, if they have something in their head, they will not stop nagging sometimes here. And as soon as you have agreed and you have given them whatever requested, you already know what I'm going to say. The next request is already ready for them and for you. So stop wasting energy in this area. You can be sure if you say no. It's easy to say no. It's the same as yes. It's just the reverse. But you can be sure that young people understand if you say no. Again, here this card tells us learn them how to set priorities financially. So this is all for the sign of Sagittarius. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading, Sagittarius. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If you have interest in Lenormand card readings, we do also classic Lenormand. Sometimes I do a set topic, but sometimes also I leave the topic open and I just follow the cards. You just check it out there. Mostly if you put the three together like a puzzle, you get a very good overview together with the spiritual card readings, spiritual philosophical card readings. The three together, they make a whole, and you can see there where your month is going for you. So Sagittarius, this is all for this month. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and we see each other next time. Bye bye for now.